Today we're beating Palworld, but I'm going to be using some of the strongest pals in the game to do it. First, let's take a look at the pals and stick around to watch the 5 tower bosses get destroyed faster than you've ever seen. And if you enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button and let's get right into it. So first up, I'm going to show you the strongest pal that I have. It took so long to get this pal, and in my opinion, I'm not sure if it's worth it. But if you're going to go for any of these three, I would recommend putting time into this one right here. We got Shadowbeak with the perfect stats. In order to get him with the perfect stats, you're going to need to catch the legendary Necromus because of his 2 stats, Legend and Lord of the Underworld. And in order to breathe that down into Shadowbeak, you're going to want to mix Necromus with a Pyron Noct, which will give you an Astagon. And then mix the Astagon with a Kitsune, and then you'll get Shadowbeak. And you need the perfect stats on both of these two in order to get it here, unless you're very, very lucky, which is almost not going to happen. And after all of that, you end up with an attack of 1,728. After that short little pause, we're back to where we were. So the attack is 1,728 after everything I've done to it. I've fully loaded it with Pal Souls and I've fully condensed it, which this attack is already gnarly as is. But there's a little special pal that goes along with it called Hucrates, which increases Dark Attack, the power of Dark Attack pals when it's in your party. So if you have 4 of them, which are all fully condensed as well, which means I put 468 of them together with 4 other Hucrates, that increases the attack to 2,542, and that's still not the end of it, because there's food called Eiktherdir Loco Moco, which increases your attack even further by another 20%. And after that, this pal has a 3,050 attack. Let me show you that real quick. I'll just force feed him one real quick. All right, let's get back in here. Look at that, a 3,050 attack. That is insane. This guy is so strong, and what really makes him so powerful is his move, Divine Disaster. This one is probably the strongest move in the game that I know of. And if you're going to spend your time doing this, I would go for Shadowbeak 100%. But for some reason, I did it 2 more times. And Necromus isn't quite fully level 50, but he's still got a 1,718 attack, which is pretty close to what Shadowbeak's is at level 50. So he's going to go up even further. But after all 4 pals are in my inventory, his attack goes up to 2,527, plus another 20%, and you're looking at another 3,000 attack. And let's get right into it, because not only did I do all these special pals with the perfect ability, I also got really lucky with Necromus, because I had one that had Musclehead, Lord of the Underworld, and Legend, and I was breeding it trying to get one with Ferocious, just out of pure luck. And I ended up getting the perfect stats without even needing to breed a separate one with Ferocious. But after everything, I did it with Frostallion too. And while I was waiting for that to happen, I bred 472 Foxicles. I have another 20 eggs up in my attic over in the building that I have right here. But the Frostallion has a much higher base attack than Shadowbeak, but his moves aren't quite as good as Shadowbeak's. He's got an attack of 2,752, and actually, let's feed him an Eiktherdir Loco Moco just to really see what his total is. I mean, I could do the math, but who wants to do math this early in the morning? So, after I add that in, his attack goes up to 3,302. This is probably the highest attack I've ever seen, but for now, we're going to take a look at Shadowbeak, and we're going to go beat some of these tower bosses. So first up, we got Zoe and Grizzball, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to one-shot him. We're going to what? Yeah, wow, that wasn't even fun. I didn't even get to shoot him with the ability. Oh my goodness. All right, so we got Lily and Lylene. I'm going to try to do these in order. I might not be doing it in order. But, I mean, look at that. That did 24,000 damage. I one-shot this one, too. And that guy had 70,000 health. But, yeah, look how strong this pal is. I mean, when you go against the bosses, which have way higher defense, it's not quite as powerful. Not bosses, the legendary pals. It's not quite as fast. But it still makes a huge difference. Now we're at the Brothers of the Eternal Pyre. And we've got, I think this is Orsurk, right? What pal do you have, guy? You got some fancy dance moves, but what pal do you got? This is so much like Pokemon, it's killing me. Yeah, this is Orsurk. He's a pretty cool pal too. I like him. I have a couple of them, but we're about to kick their butts immediately. This is probably going to take maybe 2 or 3 shots, and they're going to be done for. So say goodbye, Axel and Orsurk. Orsurk, however you want to say it. Okay, now that he's a little higher up, he's got a little more health, so it's not quite as easy. It's not going to be just a little quick little boop and you're done. It's got a little bit of work to do. But he's chasing after me, trying to do his close-up moves. I'm going to throw this nightmare ball at you, see how much damage it does. 6,000. This is insane how fast I can take these guys down. He's already almost at half health. And it's been like 2 minutes. I would like to say I got the original idea for the Shadow Beak from Marksman. I'm Marksman. Great video. Go check him out. Because that's where the original idea came from. And that's what kind of gave me the idea for the Frostallion and the Necromus. Because obviously the legendaries should be a little bit stronger. And he's going to die. Yep. Look at that. Destroyed him. Now we got 2 more towers left. And we're going to go kick their butts. Oh, Phalaris. Yo, I love Phalaris. I had this guy for a while. He's one of the first pals that I ever actually fully condensed. Because I was breeding him to be super fast, I wasn't breeding him for strength. And I have one with Swift and I think Runner. But obviously once I got Jetragon, it wasn't quite as necessary to have him around. This one's going to be a little harder because of the fact that he's not on the ground, so I can't just run into him with the Divine Disaster. Yeah, that didn't do anything when I ran by him. But it's still doing a crap ton of damage. Why does your pal have an electric move? He's a fire pal. This guy is messing me up just a little bit, so I'm struggling. Not very much, but I'm struggling. Ow. All right, we're beating him. We're going to beat him with this move right here. Watch me miss all of the... Oh, I just ran into him. Hey, I hit him for the first time. I should have brought a different pal for this one because it's going to be Shadowbeak versus Shadowbeak. We got Victor and Shadowbeak, and this is going to be an interesting fight because of the fact that obviously Dark Attack doesn't really hurt Dark Attack very, very much. So, but as long as he doesn't use Divine Disaster, I should be all right. But if I catch him using Divine Disaster, I better hide because, yeah, that move will destroy me. Oh, ow. That hurt. That really hurt. Yeah, this isn't doing very much damage. Although my Poison Blast is doing quite a bit. Because it's hitting him with 200 every, like, second. Along with the 1100 that it's doing when I throw it at him. But I'm only 25,000 down, and it's already a minute in. So it's going to be real close. It's going to take probably the full 10 minutes to kick this dude's butt. But, yeah, he's kind of annoying. This is nowhere near as fun and as fast as the other moves that I know. Or, the other towers I've beat. Because, yeah. English. Ow. You're a dick. Okay, my next Divine Disaster should be the last one I need to hit him with. Maybe not, because it didn't do its initial damage. But we finished him. We did it. We beat Palworld. Oh my goodness. Because we did all of that with just one pal, Shadowbeak, and I didn't get to showcase Frostallion's abilities, we're going to take you on a little trip out to the volcano, and we're going to beat Jetragon. So now we're over in the volcano, and we're going to try to beat Jetragon. It shouldn't take that long. I mean, that just did 2,000 damage with that Blizzard Spike. Because of how powerful this specific pal is. Ow, that hurt, guy. Oh, man, that's going to mess me up. I might die to a Jetragon. Ow. Yeah, so the bosses are a little different because they have much higher defense than the tower bosses. But Jetragon is probably one of the hardest pals to beat. So I'm going to have to chase him around for a few minutes while I let myself heal. Because he won't throw any other moves until he can get his Shadow Burst off. So I'll see you when I'm healed up a little bit. Don't hurt me. Oh, thank goodness he got frozen. Oh, you want to see a cool trick? Oh, no, he stopped. I gotta try and freeze him again, and then I'm gonna show you guys a cool trick with beating him. Because if you're ever struggling and you don't want to put all the time and effort into beating him, let's see if I can do it before he dies. Wow, man. English. Thoughts? Well, we're about to beat him, and I didn't even want to beat him right now. I literally just wanted to get this one thing. Look at that. And Jetragon is down. But yeah, so you watched me beat the 5 tower bosses, and you watched me beat 1 legendary. But a little trick when you're beating Jetragon, it might work with some of the other bosses, but definitely with Jetragon, is if you can get him frozen, if you shoot him with a rocket launcher while he's frozen, he'll just take off into the atmosphere. It is the funniest thing. I love it. But it also takes away from beating him. You'll still get the stuff, usually it'll just drop down, but then you can't catch him. But I mean, if you freeze him with your first hit and you're just trying to farm XP, just shoot him with a rocket launcher and he'll just take off into the atmosphere. It's hilarious. I wish I could have showed you guys. Anyways, that's going to do it for today. We beat Palworld. I showed you the 3 strongest pals that I have. There might be pals with a stronger attack. I'm not sure. But as of right now, Frostallion has the highest attack number. And I believe Shadowbeak has the strongest attacks because of that Divine Disaster move. But that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you want to see next. And until next time, peace out.